Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's Trade of the Day, Monday afternoon, early evening Zoom edition, and Bitcoin has been snoozing the last few days, really sleepy over the weekend. Most of the alts are just kind of putzing sideways and down. I don't know if it's a summer thing, people on vacation, not trading, but regardless, let's check out the charts and see what we can do. Okay, I'm on the 8-hour Bitcoin. You guys see that okay?
Yes.
All right. And we bounced off this 31,400, 500 area back in about 2 weeks ago and dropped down to 29K and gone sideways. We had this day pop up on Wednesday to about 29.6, but the days of 30K being support seem to be long gone. Hopefully they come back soon, because August and September can be, well, not exactly good months for trading. So we'll see what happens. Ethereum stuck in a similar range. I drew this one a little differently, but it's the 1840 to about 1865 range. And we tested 1900 a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago. And again, it just dropped like a rock from 2000 down to 1850 and then sideways from there. So didn't really hear much news today either. So I don't really have a great update for you guys from over the weekend. Anybody else have something they want to share on the overall markets? So the sideways action has been difficult for my day trading as well. If it's choppy, I can work with that, but I need it to chop more than like 0.5% or to do better than just cratering down like this. But let's go over Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro and see if they have some trades for us. Most of the trades that I initiated this morning are still in play, so that's frustrating. I like to get out of my trades within a few hours, at least the same day, same calendar day. So we'll see what we can do with that. Let's check out Altcoin Alert. I'm gonna refresh, reload. I'm on the altcoin radar reading, so I can have all the columns. And my approach on this, in case some folks are new and are watching on the recording, is I like to see what's in play and then apply my technical analysis to that. I'm less interested in Altcoin Alert telling me where to get in and get out. I was a day trader before this tool, so I had a pretty good idea of how I wanted to do that anyway. But Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro really helped me choose the coins that I'm going to follow throughout the day. iCoinPro calls them buddy coins. I kind of like that name. So I choose usually 2 or 3 buddy coins in Altcoin Alert, the same from iCoinPro. And then I'm following maybe 6 to 8. Used to be 3, then 4, it keeps climbing. Since I've been able to automate a lot of my trading, I've been able to follow more coins. So anyway, little general rundown there. Let's go to the AA score. Okay, looking for values 80 and higher. Nano has not much volume. IOTEX is an older project. I was looking at it this morning. I think I have the chart up. We'll check that one out. It's showing us very bullish. I'm interested in this AA score, 81.2. It tells us there's a 81.2% chance that this coin should go up 3% or more in the next 48 to 72 hours. I just need it to go up 1%, preferably in 24 hours. I'm a leverage trader. I'm going to look for a 1% move at 10x leverage and pile up 10% wins. That's what I like to do. But I'll talk about spot trading too, as you should master that before you move on to leverage trading. So let's look at the IOTEX chart. I have this one open, and Bybit. It's a foreign exchange with a little maneuvering you can get on it. Email me if you want to learn how. Whoa, hello. Hello, Christopher. Okay, let's go to the 5-minute chart, see if we can find a dip sequence. That's my favorite entry. And it is dipping, but we don't have the bubble. I like, this is the kind of dip I'm looking for, the squeeze and then a bubble, and usually 3 dips below this bottom Bollinger, and then a move up. This is kind of close, but we really only have 1 dip, and then it moves up. So I don't really have a good example of the 1, 2, 3 dip. If you're on my email list, you should have received a free training on how to do that. I use indicators to help find these type of trades. I'll show you one of those in a minute. So we are dipping, but we're not bubbling. So I think don't really have a good support area either on the 5-minute chart. Ideally, this would drop, go back up, and maybe go sideways, and then we'd set a price alert around here, but we've already dropped below where that price alert support would be. So I'd suggest maybe doing one down here at 1805. You can right click, add alert, crossing, and then this will be AA score. I like to use the information source as my alert name. And I was doing some automated stuff earlier. So these are how I like to be notified. Notify an app. It's going to be on my phone. You'll need to download the TradingView application on your phone. Show pop-up, that'll be on my desktop computer, and play sound also on my desktop computer. Probably use this one, 3 notes reverb, that's one I like. So, but that's not how I like to do my alerts. As you seasoned veterans know, I like the 15-minute chart and using particular indicators. First one we're going to look at is divergence. And it's not doing well today. I know I set some divergence alerts thinking it would come back. It hasn't. So divergence is a disagreement between the price action and the indicators. I'm using this divergence for many indicators. So you can see what they're called here. This is the divergence in the MACD and the RSI, stochastic, MACD, histogram, stochastic. So ideally it works something like this. You know, there's a dip, there's a disagreement, bullish divergence goes off. I get that alert, I take my bullish divergence, I get my 1%, and I'm happy. And we get that kind of action, you know, on Friday and Saturday. We get this big move down on Saturday night, and it hasn't really recovered much from that. Like this bullish divergence gone down, you know, 3.5%. Now, the way I trade is I would have made one additional purchase in this scenario, and then it would have come back up here. And I probably would have gotten out with a small loss on my first position, but a good win on my second for an overall profitable trade. It's what we call ladder buying or dollar cost averaging. I do that a few times in my approach, and then if it goes against me between, say, 7 and 10% on a chart, I usually get out and take the loss. Here's another divert. This one did well. I can tell that without measuring it. This one, I'd still be in it probably. I think I still am in this one. Yeah, 2% my additional purchase triggers, and I'm probably still in that trade. So divergence, maybe, maybe not. So the next one I'm going to look at is supertrend. For those of you who prefer trading with a trend, you might want to try this one. I'm a little more contrarian in my trading. I like to catch dips and pumps and retraces. This one goes with the flow. And then I've got a couple other indicators here for confirmation. So for example, we have this sell alert on Saturday, the wee hours of the morning. The RSI is trending down. This momentum indicator is red, so that would have been a go. If you trade leverage, probably takes me, I get out here, I get a little over a day later. A little longer than I would like, but still not bad. So the sells obviously have done well. This buy Probably not. Probably still in that trade. Yeah. So ideally, if I look at something with looking back 2 or 3 days on the 15-minute chart, I want all but one of the scenarios that I'm looking at to have been profitable. But we don't really have that yet. This buy would not have been profitable. Yeah, didn't make 1%. So leaning more towards the divergence. So here's how you do divergence alert. Right click, and you can choose negative or positive. If you're trading on spot, you're going to want to always choose positive. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on throughout the day until you turn it off. And then AA score purchase, and choose how you want to close this out, or how you want your alert to sound. That's how you do that. On supertrend, if you're trading spot, you're going to want to go with the add alert, supertrend buy, once per bar close, call it what you want. Trading on leverage, direction change will let you know, just like it sounds, whether it's changing from sell to buy and buy to sell. Or if you just want to trade shorts in that time period, click on the sell. Okay, and then the other approach I like is the RSI. I like to see when it drops below the 30, which is considered oversold, and then bounces back up. That can be a good entry. When it pumps over the 70 value, which is considered overbought. Oh, I just switch them. This is overbought. Okay, I get it mixed up sometimes. So if it goes over the 70, it's overbought, and then drops below. That can be a nice retrace and a good entry for a short. So when I'm evaluating these, I'll look at the last few times this has happened. Got this one here. What have we gotten in right about here? And I want it to dip 1%. Yeah, I get out right about there. 18 hours later. I've got one to dip below 30 and comes back up. So that entry would have been right about here. This sort of simulates the 5-minute 1, 2, 3 dip. Usually when something's dropped below the 30 and starting to come back up on a 15-minute chart, if you bounce over to the 5, it's just cleared a 1, 2, 3 dip, or like a 1, 2 dip or something like that, some dip sequence. So on this one, getting about here, yeah, you make 1% move. And then there's one here. We've gotten in probably right about there. And maybe I get out, maybe I don't. It's just a little over 1%. And then the last one we have is right about here, and that one would still be in that one. So got 3 wins in a row, 1 pending. So I like the RSI approach on this one. And if you just want to trade on spot going long, you're going to be crossing up on the 30 once per bar close. And again, we're still on the AA score. Make sure you check your notifications so that they're the way you want. If you want to trade both directions, which is what I usually do, you're going to enter a channel. The top's going to be 70, bottom is 30, once per bar close, and AA score purchase. I will usually make this one different than the other two that I showed you. So that would be play sound. I often use chirpy for that one. So this one doesn't happen as frequently as the other two. So that's why I use a different sound in case I'm away from my computer. It's like, oh, I want to get to that one. Okay, that's how you do that one. Any questions on IOTEX before we look for something new? All right. So that was an AA score. I've been using the social activity sort. Brendan from the Altcoin Alert group likes this one. I've used it before. I like to match it up with trading activity, which is similar to long-term sentiment matching with elder impulse. Social activity, you can hover over the question mark to see what it is. But it's talking about tweet volume, what people are talking about on Twitter. So I'm going to sort by this. Got fire on both social activity and trading activity for CRV. Big moves up on this one, even though it's down 11%. So people are talking about it, maybe not maybe not positively, but it's probably worth checking out. So let's go over to the CRV chart.
They got hacked really bad and had millions, like something like almost $50 million stolen.
That'll do it.
So everybody pulled their money.
That'll do it. Yeah, here's the news article that Dennis just mentioned 7 hours ago. Is it a good idea to buy Curve now? Yeah. Well, maybe it is. Let's check it out. 5-minute chart. A big drop, but it's starting to recover. So this one's a bit risky based on the news we just heard. I would say see if it maybe set your price alert down here around 53 cents. Has it been that low before? On the day chart now, yeah, I think 50 cents is its low, since November. So yeah, you could do a price alert there on the 15-minute chart with indicators. I don't know if I would trust bullish divergence. That one did well. This one did not. I don't know. This one might have been profitable before the dump. Yeah, maybe. I might want to go super trend on this one. Yeah, sometimes when you see a big spike up like this or down like this looks like a mess. You just have to move it over and get more of a normal looking chart. So yeah, the buys did okay before the big drop. Yeah, you might want to go with super trend on this. And then on the RSI, probably just want to look at the most recent ones. This one hit a big drop, came up here. Yeah, that would have been a mess. That would have gone badly. I think we avoid this one. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to check the headlines on anything you're considering trading. So
I looked at it this morning and I chose to stay away as well. I didn't think the price was going to come back up anytime soon.
yeah. I don't focus a lot on news on individual coins, but sometimes things like that do affects things, especially for me when I'm a contrarian trader. If you're trading with the trend, not as much, but okay, let's bail on that one. Let's look at one more on Altcoin Alert. That was social activity. Let's go to my long-term sentiment. Gonna match up bullish on both of these, long-term sentiment and elder impulse, which is a technical indicator. Sentiment is Twitter data. It's arranged a little differently than the social activity sort. Didix, I like this one. Bullish on both of them today. Quant is a good one to trade on spot. I don't think it has a leverage option. The Quant's on Coinbase, so you can trade it there. Let's look at Didix though, so we can trade both directions. Actually had a nice move up today, nearly 5%. So I'd probably look for this area here at 210 for a price alert, and then this area down here at 202. On our indicators on the 15, yeah, this is some of the more price action I like to see when it's doing more of this, but we get a big spike up here, which kind of messes our bearish divergence. So this one looks profitable to me. Yeah, probably get out on that one. This one you're probably still in from this morning. Yeah, so I'd still be in that one. But all the rest of the divergence indicators look good. So I like that approach. I would usually just set an indicator on each, or an alert on each one, and then move on. Because I like divergence better than supertrend. It goes off more. I can get more trades. But we'll look at supertrend anyway. It's actually kind of busy, busier than usual. Yeah, this actually would have taken a while. Would have gotten out there. The buy signals would have gotten out here, unless it stopped me out. Yeah, might have got stopped out there. I'm not sure, but eventually would have been profitable. So either one looks pretty good. RSI, this move here down probably gets out here. This one here gets out around here. And this dips below, comes back up, probably gets out here. And then we've got this move. This one's not that good because it goes down here. And yeah, I'm probably still in that trade, but both pretty much all the indicators that I've shown you, divergence, super trend, and RSI look good on Didix. So that's one you might want to set up if you're looking for something to follow tonight. I went through that kind of quick. Any questions on Didix? Or Altcoin Alert overall? Okay, let's head over to iCoinPro and look for some more stuff. Take a quick look at the fear and greed index, which is probably about 50. Yeah, it's been neutral for a while. Okay, I'm on the RSI SPY. It's one of my favorite tools on iCoinPro, and it's showing me on the 1 hour RSI values below 30. So we were looking at on the 15-minute chart for values below 30. Obviously, these are beaten down even more if they're on the 1 hour chart or the 4 hour chart or the 1 day chart. So these have really been busted down. There's some Bitcoin pairs on here as well, which I don't usually trade. We have CRV that we talked about already. We have Chromia, CHR, down on both the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So that one's hurting. Why I like that is it's usually due for a comeback. It's down about 4% today. On the 5-minute, just kind of moseying on down. 1, 2, almost a third. And starting to creep back up on the 5-minute, but it's not looking that good. These are some of my least favorite things to trade because you're not sure where the stop is going to happen. Where's it going to bounce? Look at a broader chart, try to figure that out. So we have support. Well, it broke support on the 1 hour chart at 10.5 cents. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah. Day chart. Yeah, 10 cents has been its support going back last year. So that would be a good price alert on the 5-minute. But we're pretty close to it now. 15-minute chart indicators. Let's see, that short does well. It's long. Ladder buy here. Probably get out around here with 2 ladder buys. So first position's small loss, then the other positions help make it up. But it takes over a day. That short looks good. These longs do not. Yeah, it's still in that trade. Probably from this morning. So the last 2 divergences aren't doing that good yet, that well yet. So let's check out the super trend. A little bit better. I look at Saturday early morning. Yeah, I would have been in this one, maybe stopped out. I don't like that. That's really the only bad entry. The shorts obviously look good. And then I would have gotten out here on this one, an additional purchase. So we've got one bad entry on the super trend. I like divergence a little bit better than the super trend so far on this one. And actually, we haven't done our vertical line yet to take a closer look at the RSIs. So we have a dip below the 30 here and move back up. See if that would have gotten out on this one. Yeah, so that's a win for me. If you're on spot, you might be looking for, say, 2 to 5%. In that scenario, you'd probably still be in the trade, but you're not worried about, getting stopped out or leverage or anything like that. I mean, if you're on a spot trade, you're still in that trade. So, okay, we got another one that dips below here. And you're probably still in that one. Maybe not. So I've got 2 additional purchases there. Might get out here, not sure. Have to look at a spreadsheet to make that determination. Another dip below here. And that's a nice move up, so that's a win. And then we got a pump up and then a drop. So we've gotten in right about here, and that's a really good move there. And then I probably get in here on a long and it just goes straight down, so I'd be stuck in that one. So each one has a loss in it. I'd probably go with divergence on this or RSI. Any questions on Chromia, CHR? Okay. You can also, if you want to short something, you can sort it this way. Look for overbought. Don't have many of those. We looked at Didix earlier, which is almost over 70, hanging around 67. So we could look at another one. I think we'll look at the other tool I like is if I don't find what I'm looking for in the RSI SPY, which is my main go-to, I like the Buddy Coin Crawler. This is showing me the average low to the SMA line. So that's a 24-hour low, and then the SMA line's that red line between the green Bollinger Bands on my charts. I'm looking for usually around 4% or above. AVE is 3.98%. Compound is 4, CRV is 7. Those are all 3 worth checking out. We looked at CRV already. Comp I'm actually trading today. I got that chart up. Let's look at that one. Did we look at comp yet? I don't think we did. I had that left over from this morning. That's why it was up there. It looks like a lot of the ones we've looked at, just kind of moseying on down. Don't have a good place for a price alert. We've already broken support on the 5-minute. Can look at the 30-minute. Broken support there, 1 hour. And we got support down here around 60 cents. That's kind of low. That's a 10% drop for a price alert. But, you know, not a bad idea. Maybe 16.5 cents or 61, 62 cents. Could put a price alert here. Maybe get a good entry if it drops. On the 15-minute on divergence. Looks interesting. A few good moves. So that would have been a win. The bearish ones would have caught this move down. These two bullish ones would have caught that move up. This one catches this down. And then maybe I get out on this one. And these two are probably still pending. So divergence looks pretty good here. Two additional purchases, maybe 3. Yeah, I'm probably still in that trade. So not bad on divergence. Supertrend. Actually looks a little better. Catches that big move up. This big move down. Yeah, I like supertrend a little better than divergence on this one. Then RSI. Get this move here. Catch that move up. That looks good. I don't know if this would have triggered or not. I will sometimes double click on the RSI to see where it would have triggered. Like this is 68.5. I will do an alert at 68. That's about as low as I'll go. If I see a few of them like that were profitable, like this one would have caught this move down. It doesn't look large, but I probably would have gotten in right about here. Yeah, I don't know if I would have altered that. That takes a long time to get out, so it's a bad example. All right, forget I said anything. So on this one, got the dip below and then the move up. So that looks good. And then we got this drop here. And if I don't get stopped out on that pump, I eventually make some pretty good money. Yeah, I think I just survive on that one and then catch this move down. And then this one also triggers again on this move. And I think this is the next one. It might have gone off here, but definitely goes off here. And you're still in that trade. So the 3 we've looked at, I like supertrend the best on comp. Okay, well, we're right at about 35, 40 minutes. Any questions on what we've gone over on Altcoin Alert or iCoinPro? Day trading in general? Or is there a coin you want to look at?
Day trading in general, CJ.
Okay.
I'm still working on spot. I haven't gone into leverage.
Good.
I've just been trying with on Bybit, just using USDCs where there's no fees.
Okay.
Is there anything that I need to? Is there any difference between that? Is it harder to get the trades to fulfill them because USDC is lower, or is there any tips you've got?
I would swap USDC for USDT. as a day trader and use Tether pairs, you're going to have probably more pairs and higher volume. So I've never traded USDC as a day trader. I do have some of those trades set up in Coinbase at the moment for long-term swing trades, but I've never day traded USDC. But I think that's not a bad approach, but I think you might want to swap for USDT and have a little more action that way. If the pairs are the same, no, you want the more volume though. Yeah, I think you need to switch over to USDT.
Okay.
All right. Hope that helps. Any other questions or comments? And yeah, on that USDC, on Coinbase, it's an easy swap. On Bybit, you might have to do it like like you're making a spot purchase, like look for a USDC, USDT pair, and then buy USDT with USDC. Or there might be a simple swap function. I haven't done it myself, but if you need help with that, let me know, and we can go over it together on a Zoom call separately.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions or comments? Very well, I'll wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, thanks for that. Hope to see you live on Friday or next Monday. Check out the comments or the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. If you are a Carbon member, you'll need to join that at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on the other link that's in the back office and on my email list. So use that link we've been using for the last couple of weeks. See you guys in about 17 minutes on Carbon. Bye.